What are your plans for the future? A question that taunts everyone. Still, I ask, what plans for your life after 70? Welcome to the Celebrating Life podcast with Sony Thomas. Today I'm excited to share with you what I've learned about aging gracefully with purpose by looking into my father's life as he celebrates his 70th birthday. Like all of us, my father too faced adversity throughout his life in all areas of life. Personally, professionally, socially, spiritually, financially, relationally, and more. But at every adversity, he strived to do his best with the resources he had at his disposal at that moment in time. He lived a life larger than his adversities. In our heart-to-heart conversations, he tells me, professionally, some of the situations he could have handled differently. I'm keeping this point very vague to avoid unnecessary speculations. Secondly, he realizes he took his health for granted. He tells me he should have taken better care of his physical and mental health. To give you context, there were travel schedules so hectic, he would travel 3 continents in 8 days, sleeping only a couple of hours on the plane and continuing his duties with all his passion and energy. With no proper rest, no physical exercise, eating at odd hours, in time all this caught up, resulting in a stroke that altered the course of not only his life but our families as well, and to some extent the course of the community he served as a leader. Another pain point we talk about is he feels he could have been more involved in his relationships, particularly his immediate family, extended family and friends. He was always busy chasing his purpose of life, which was to help his community thrive and reach its potential. Which to some extent, he did show the community what is possible. But the cost of realizing this dream was heavily paid by us as a family. Thankfully, my mother was a wise and strong woman who designed a home that remained through it all. When my father had his stroke, 2 years prior to his retirement, it shattered the narrative of our home. You see, the taken for granted narrative was that post-retirement, my father would continue to do what he loves, and what he loves is to give great speeches. He was a masterful orator. His energy, his voice, his tempo, his pacing, his presence, his ability to conjure up ideas was beyond world class. He was born to speak, and all that was gone in a masterful stroke of fate. The stroke took away his greatest gift, his words. Took that away from him, from us, from the world. With the post-retirement narrative broken, I was deeply concerned for the quality of my parents' retired life. You see, my father has only one love, one hobby, one interest, one passion, serving his community. And the ability to speak was a big factor. So when that was gone, I was deeply concerned how he would find purpose and meaning in his life. He surprised us all with his resilience and reinvention. That is the learning from his life. Resilience and reinvention. Sure, he has bad days and at times struggles to make sense of his fate, but he bounces back to shape a reinvented destiny. To my friends, especially younger friends, aging is inevitable. We will have regrets, will be haunted by missed opportunities, will have cognitive, physical and emotional limitations, and will struggle with relevance and meaning. It is a transition not liked, but a transition one must go through. Aging can be very rewarding if we put all our life lessons learned into reinventing ourselves by focusing on what can be instead of what was lost. On his milestone 70th, he radiates an endearing spirit, inspiring us to live a life larger than our adversities, wishing him a journey ahead as wonderful as the one he looks back on, a life lived with authenticity, a faithful servant, an exemplary leader, and a world-class orator. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here today. My hope is that our time together has ignited a desire in you to live a life beyond adversity. As you leave, I challenge you, reach out to someone in your orbit wrestling with a search for meaning. Be the catalyst for their reinvention by urging them to focus on not what was lost, but on what can be. Bye for now. Keep rising, keep reinventing.